This is where the dead become the living. Autopsy.
You know your corpses, but I know my souls.
A savage, slashing rampage inside the Chamber of Terror where death lives. Autopsy.
Apart
It'll
is what they were
take
trying
you
to say
up.
in there, but the film broke.
The Death lives in the chamber. I thought Death lived in the crypt, from Tales from the Crypt. They're kind of like taking a little bit of that in this.
Yeah. I know, I
Welcome
guess you could
back.
say the same about either scenario.
Yeah. Welcome back. How did everybody enjoy Eyeball? Bill, I'm excited. How did you feel about Eyeball this time?
I liked it a lot more this time. I
Yeah.
was willing to let it just be ridiculous, and I
Yeah.
didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
And then I got the vibe, like you said.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was so goofy. Like every single person in this movie just reacted in an inhuman way. Like nobody wanted to leave the tour. Everybody kept going off by themselves. Like she gets in that cart at the dark ride by herself.
Yeah.
I
Why
don't
would
know,
she do
just like,
that?
and why did the ride stop? Like dark rides don't come to a stop like that.
No.
And it wouldn't be long enough for that murderer to kill her and cut out her eyeball, and somebody would be coming up behind her and would see it.
Also, the Burtons, Alma and Mark, a horrible couple, right? And I like that
Oh yeah.
he just somehow decides to join the tour. And why don't I bring my mistress with me? Sure, right? And then what if, spoiler for the movie you just watched, what if that mistress lost her eye when she was a kid? All very casual that it worked out that way. And then at the end, like Mark calls his wife and he's like, I think we should try to work this out. You think? You think maybe you brought a killer onto your wife's vacation to get away from stuff?
There's even a little bit of dialogue at the end where you kind of think the story's going to go in another direction.
Yeah.
Like things weren't what they seemed, and the wrong person may have been. I don't know. There was no way to deny she was the murderer, but and
Did you like?
she was the murderer. It was not a dude doing these eyeball mutilations.
No. And did you like that? Like the younger cop tells the older cop, like, "Congratulations, you solved this case within a week." Yeah, a lot of people died. Like, I don't think anybody should be thanking anybody. I don't
Oh
think.
my god!
Let's not take a victory lap over this fuck up.
Yeah, it wasn't them, so that's why they don't understand.
Yeah, but yeah, like at no point did someone say, I know two people, one person that we talked about during this, one person gets killed. Sure, okay, we can probably keep the tour going, but then someone dies in the dark ride, and you're like, someone is hunting down everybody in this group. Nobody like. This is not a locked room mystery. The city's open. You can get off the fucking tour, or you can join it like Mark did. You can be like, yeah, I'm just going to join this murderous tour that my soon-to-be ex-wife is on.
I think I'd just be going home after the first murder. Like I wouldn't wait around to see if it was anybody on the tour. I'd just be like, you know what? Peace out.
Yeah. You know what? Like I don't have any FOMO of finding out who the killer was. Like I'm like, there was a killer. I don't know how it was. I do love the rooms they were staying in with that red and white motif. Amazing. Also, just the
this movie had an obsession with the color red.
Yeah, and it just casual, like, hey, I'm chilling out in my room. I'm just gonna take my top off. I don't care who walks in. Also,
yeah, NBD.
Yeah, and also like that one couple goes from slapping to kissing real quick. She just comes in and just cuffs her girlfriend and just like bam, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Yeah, and then like a minute later, she's kissing her.
Yeah,
I'm sure she was hysterical.
Yeah, oh, the '70s, Italy, but yeah, that's where we're at. The cops, bad as always. But everybody in this universe is dumb. Like, there's not a single smart character. We talked during the movie, though, what I would like to do is remake this in, like, 82 or 83 as an American slasher with all, like, mid-level TV actors mixed with
Eyeball.
the young people. Yeah, and like the older couple would be Loretta Swit and Vic Tayback, and we'd have like Pamela Sue Martin in it. Do you know what I mean? It'd be just like an '80s slasher, and
Pamela Sue Martin. I've been watching Hardy Boys Nancy Drew
oh,
Mysteries.
I'm ready to get into it. I want to start getting into this. There's a Dracula episode of Hardy Boys.
I just watched it.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, it is pretty good. Of course, I was obsessed with Dracula, and I
Yeah.
think I was hooked on the Hardy Boys the minute I watched the episode where Sean Cassidy sang "To Do Ron Ron."
Oh yeah. I never watched that or Nancy Drew as a kid. I think I was like maybe a year or two too young for it, so I want to start getting into it.
Yeah, Nancy Drew's stuff was good too, and there were certain episodes where they'd be together. Those were like the super good ones.
Oh man, yeah. I'm gonna get into this. This is gonna be my next season dive into after Murder She Wrote, which I've been doing on the site.
Dude, I used to buy so many issues of Tiger Beat and tear out all the Sean Cassidy pictures and put them all over my wall.
Oh, did you? Oh man.
Somehow my parents didn't know I was gay. Although I did not have a crush on Sean Cassidy. I sincerely liked his music.
You just liked him, yeah.
I still do. His first two records are really good. He did a really weird one with Todd Rundgren.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like his fourth album. After he did like a shitty live album too, and then they were like, "What are you going to do next? This is like your make or break album." And he made this like Euphoria sounding album with Todd Rundgren. He did a cover of Rebel Rebel on it.
Oh, I have heard that.
Yeah,
it's like the Osmond psychedelic record.
It's kooky. Oh, I love that. Crazy horses.
I love it. I love in the 70s where people like, I've been too normal. I got to make it weird. I was thinking about the 70s, as I often do this week. And it's like, as I'm watching these movies for the CBS Late movie, it's like, Smokey and the Bandit is like the most mainstream movie in the 70s. But today, so few people care about it that it almost feels like a cult and do you know what I mean? Like culty for us, like where people aren't watching Smokey and the Bandit 2 anymore. So I don't know. It's very strange.
Yeah, those things there was like a gap there where nobody was exposed to that.
Yeah,
it's strange.
It's
I can't relate to it.
Me either.
I couldn't imagine life without Smokey and the Bandit 2.
No, it's also like there's a generation of kids that missed the CB culture of the late set. My wife.
Oh yeah,
and I was trying to explain to her, I'm like, between like Smokey and the Bandit movies, Convoy, the song and the movie, Dukes of Hazzard, like the world was CB radio culture for about 4 or 5 years. It was a big deal. The original internet. You just couldn't send photos.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
You could talk a good game though.
Oh, you could.
Everybody had CBs, even people that were not in a truck.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was like in your house.
My grandmother, until her death, had one in her house and would listen every night because she was close enough to the turnpike that she could hear the truckers on it.
Yeah.
So she kind of knew what was going on in town. She had her scanner and her CB. Say, we're on channel 11. You want to switch on over to 14, not to 9. Yeah. There's Dan Minsky knows. He's from the area. He's from Newcastle. He knows.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
Dan was there.
Yeah.
Thomas Ellison, yes. Paul Williams is on that Hardy Boys Dracula episode.
Yeah. I do also
turn the marquee on.
Chris brought up Vansploitation too. I love that era because it's like we're gonna have gas for the rest of our lives. We know these vans only do 9 miles to a gallon, but you know what? Except for Supervan, because
burn it up, baby.
Supervan is solar powered, and the car industry wants to destroy it. That's the whole point of Supervan. I had the Cobra CB with the metal, like the stand that went on your desk. It wasn't even like the regular one. The days.
What was your handle?
I didn't have one. I was too young to get on it. My grandfather had one. I don't remember what his was. But yeah, I always wanted to get on and talk, and my grandmother would say to me, "This is very important. The truckers are talking. You can't get on." Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to talk to people. And she's like, they don't. They talk dirty. You don't want to talk to them. And
Yeah, it was really nasty, some of the shit you heard on there.
yeah, it is the original internet. Like we're saying, that's where it was at. So,
So what about Eyeball? Let's
Eyeball?
get back on track with
I
Eyeball.
love the scene where everybody's wearing the red jacket. Like that was the fashion of the time.
Well,
And
they
it's
gave
like,
them to them on the tour.
yeah,
Like it was,
yeah,
a tour thing.
yeah. Uh, Again, uh, is any vacation this important? No. Also, the murders themselves are very bloodless for what they are. Like people are getting stabbed in the eye, also in the chest. The first one gets stabbed in the chest, and it's like, yeah, just a little bit of blood for like the concept, which is very bloody. Again, if Fulci had directed this, eyes would have been flying at the camera, zooms into eye cavities, like it would have been a much different movie. But I like the lunacy of this world, and that's why like I want to make the. That's what I'm going to use AI for. I'm going to go back in time and make this. Your grasshopper. I'm going to call you.
Yeah, I was.
Billy Van Ryn, the grasshopper.
I was also like 7 years old.
That's a good name, huh?
Nobody wanted me on there.
Also, Nora said those old men loved glaring at the young girls. Is an Italian old man. It's a very realistic movie. Two, I love whenever the one girl has on the American flag outfit, which makes this a 4th of July movie.
Right, yeah.
The camera zooms up her legs as if it's like that's total old man Italian. So like Bill said, did you see her American flag dress? And I said, what? I didn't notice a dress of any sort. That's
It was a shirt. I said it was a shirt, not
Oh,
a
was it
dress.
a? Well, I was stuck on the legs. See, it worked.
Maybe it was a dress and I just didn't notice. They kept showing her just from the waist up.
Yeah.
A couple times I glimpsed her, so.
John said it's the same universe as Don't Look Now and the Mass Murders. It could be.
The Mask Murders. I love you, John, for calling it that.
But I like the whole goofy. This is a very heart-to-heart world where murders happen and people are just like, all right, fine.
Yeah, it was just a murder, shit happens.
Like, would you ever invite the Hearts to your house? Never, right?
No, it's a bad idea.
Yeah. Also, the husband's blazer. We got to talk about that blazer.
Ew, it was so gross.
It was disgusting. It wasn't. It was too tight. It was just weirdly cropped. Also, like this is like the weird era of Italian women hairstyles where they're very like tight perms, like short perm kind of thing, and I don't like that. I like the Euro horror earlier '70s era of like the long hair. If I may speak to fashion, which I know nothing about.
Well, that guy's hair looked like it was a Ken doll.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
weird. It was like
Schlagged.
Richard Anderson from the $6 Million Man.
Very much, yeah. His hair of the action figure and the real person, the same hair. Like I remember when the figure came out, I'm like, they got his hair down right.
Yeah, it was hard not to. They probably just like pulled his headpiece off and like drew a line around it.
I love this Mike comment. The final girl was a black lesbian. We wouldn't have anything like that again until Meshach Taylor and Mannequin 10 years later. So last night somebody was going through my movies and they said, I've never seen Mannequin 2. And I'm like, it's better. And really? And I'm like, it's different. It's arguably maybe better. I don't know.
Poor Meshach Taylor. I still am not over his death scene in Omen 2.
Oh, my God. Imagine you get the script and like, I'm going out like that. Yeah. At least you're not the kid getting trapped under ice. That's the kid that upsets me.
That was a guy.
Yeah.
That was like a 60-something-year-old dude or 50-year-old dude.
I thought a kid did too. I thought a kid got shoved under the ice.
No, it was one of the politicians that was in the family.
No. Well, it's been a while since I've seen it. But, yeah, this would be a good Carnival Cruise movie too. I agree with Thomas.
Now that's a place I could understand being trapped. You couldn't just leave a cruise ship. Like, I'm sure you could within 24 hours be somewhere other than the cruise ship, but would you really want that?
There's a great season 1 Murder She Wrote of that where Jessica goes on a cruise with her niece whose husband just died, and she keeps hearing the voice of her dead husband on the ship. Very jolly episode of Murder She Wrote, and Leslie Nielsen is the boat captain.
Ooh.
Yeah, and also Vicki Lawrence and Joanne Worley are in it as young ladies on the make, because it's a singles cruise. So imagine that. Joanne Worley also would be in my Americanized version of Eyeball. She would probably be killed.
Who?
Yeah, Joanne Worley would be in my
Oh, okay.
American slasher remake of Eyeball.
Joanne Worley from Mothers-in-Law.
From The Being, yeah. Isn't she in The Being? I believe she
No,
is.
that's Ruth Buzzy.
Ruth Buzzy, interchangeable in my head, but Ruth Buzzy could be
Oh,
also.
come on. Joanne
No,
Worley and Ruth Buzzy?
they were both on Laughing.
Oh, okay. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Look at these alligators and these. That is amazing.
Yeah, that's coming up at the Music Box Theater in Chicago.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I can't go.
Mhm.
But Alligator and Rats Night of Terror.
Oh my God! What a movie to see in a theater. I want to be in a theater filled with people that have never seen Rats Night of Terror for the ending, and just to have people dumbfounded by like, what the fuck is this ending about? Like, it's one of my favorite endings in any movie ever. Like, it's great.
Minsky says Ruth Buzzy is hot.
I can see that. Yeah. He dated a girl that was purple once. She came back. She was an intern at work, and like she came back from vacation. She had tanned so much her skin had appeared to look purple, and
Oh, wow.
she was like all like he was all excited for her to come back, and then like she came back and she looked real weird. And he's like, "You got to keep her out of the office." So every time she would come into her office, I would like say, "Oh, we should go get coffee or something."
She looked like that forever?
No, it was only for a couple weeks, but he's already quite quiet lipped about something that happened like 28 years ago. Yeah, it was pinkish purple. Yeah, but she did not look normal. She looked like one of the infected. Very strange. Uh, Also, Dan used to have a girl break into his basement to find him, and his basement was terrifying when he lived in the South
He
Side.
should have answered his phone.
Oh, I should have. Yeah,
He should have.
he should. Yeah, he never answers his phone. You can't get him. Adam told me he's been trying to call him for 3 years, and he hasn't returned his calls.
Is he going to stop trying at some point?
No, because he loves him. He loves him, and
No, I mean, like, you could still love him and not call him because
because you know what, Dan
is
is meaner to Adam than anybody else I ever met. Like, he'll be like, you're a fucking idiot. Every time I hang out with the two of them, he just says horrible things to Adam, and Adam's like, oh, Dan. I think
Dan, we're talking about you, and you're not even part of the live conversation. That's not really fair.
No, it's not. So we'll move back on to the eyeballs. I think Ruth Buzzy and Joanne Worley can both be in it, and I think that's good. I think a laugh-in centric cast for this eyeball.
Could Goldie Hawn have a cameo?
She could walk by. Yeah.
I'm doing a movie called Foul Play, and I'll also be appearing in Eyeball, which will finally be released in the United States. It's a movie I forgot I did in 1975.
I loved Foul Play. That's another HBO movie for me, especially Dudley Moore's part. Like, I love Dudley Moore in that movie.
Yeah, I think I watched that 100 times on HBO. He
has that bed that spins, and pre-Austin Powers spinning bed. And the blow doll, everything comes out. Yeah, I loved that movie. I think that was the era of my life where I'm like, Chevy Chase will never be cheesy. He'll always be the best. And yeah.
I liked him until I found out how mean he was.
Yeah, exactly. Chris says, I agree. Artie Johnson is the priest. Great casting. Yeah. I'm totally into this laugh-in centric you bet your sweet Bippy, you bet your sweet eyeball movie. It's gonna be kind of maybe it would have been a TV movie, so like a more bloodless version. Not that this is
I wouldn't want to see a bloodless eyeball.
No.
I have to say I was not impressed with any of the gore scenes in this film.
No, I know. They can't all be Joe D'Amato bringing cheap guns to the set. Just slapping them around. Yeah.
I mean, it was gruesome. It's just the scenario was gruesome, but there was barely enough blood for the kinds of wounds that were being infected by this person. And, you know, the eye hardly looked like the victim bled out. Well, they usually cut the eye out after the victim was dead.
Yeah.
So maybe after the first one, they figured that part out.
Paul, that's a great idea to have Dean Martin as the bus driver, just like a cameo where we cut Dim and he has a little flask and he's trashed. Mike, 100%. I used to pretend it seems like old times was a prequel or sequel to Foul Play because I wanted more Foul Play. There was, I think, there was like a 7-episode TV series without any of the people from the movie. We don't need that. And also, hello, Philip. Welcome to the
Hi,
show.
Phil.
Yeah, Phil's got a new episode this week. Used Cars, another HBO movie for me. I watched that a ton of times.
Thanks to Michael Orlando Yacarino, who was our sponsor for tonight's program as well.
You.
This little credit bounced by me in the first segment. I missed it.
Thank you. And as always, you can always, just right here, groovydoom@gmail.com, little PayPal donation, and it'll help offset the cost of the show.
Just a couple dollars.
Yeah. John Carradine being on Laugh-In would be great. I think if Richard Nixon could be on Laugh-In, John Carradine could have been on Laugh-In, right?
They couldn't pay me enough to do that show.
Welcome back to Haunted Hollywood.
Turn down the sound for a minute or two. Laugh-In, we'll be right back.
Oh, man. If only.
You know, the music in Eyeball reminded me of Stevie Wonder. Don't you worry about a thing.
Oh, man, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. I kept thinking of that every time I heard that stupid riff over and over again. It was like, you know, dun, 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 dun. How many times did you hear that in Suspiria?
Oh, over and over. Suspiria. Sorry, I said it wrong.
Suspiria. Sorry.
Yeah, Suspiria.
I'll remember one of these days.
Yeah, but how about Eyeballs? It's almost, despite the murder, it almost has a lighthearted feel to it, which is not in the second movie. The second movie's mean. This one's very like, we're all on vacation and it's swinging Rome, and look how beautiful the airport and the apartments are. I mean, the hotel is.
Murder.
And like, let's all go on a dark ride, like, and by ourselves. And certainly, there's not a killer about. Oh, yeah.
I don't know any dark ride that has any cart where they would just put one person in it.
No, none at
all. That defeats the purpose. I mean, the line is going to be so long to go through your dark ride if you're just letting carts go through one at a time.
You know what my favorite dark ride was?
What?
Garfield. 100% Garfield at Kennywood.
Really? Oh my God. Garfield's Nightmare was a blasphemy.
I love Garfield's Nightmare because it's basically none of the ride worked at all anymore near the end. Like, everything had fallen apart, and it was just disembodied voice of Garfield saying things like, "Oh, John, when am I getting lasagna?" And it would just echo in there. And like, it was great. It was like almost otherworldly. Like, I loved it. And just the incongruity. Why is Garfield at Kennywood inside a mill?
Yeah.
Like,
I almost cried when they took apart the Haunted Hideaway. And now they put it back the other way. It's the Haunted Hideaway again, but I haven't been there since they fixed it up.
It's $75 to go to Kennywood.
I know. I'm not paying that to go to Kennywood.
That's ridiculous.
Jesus.
That's a lot of money. That's halfway to a Black Emmanuel box set. If Becca and I go, it's a Black Emmanuel box set, right? That's how all things are determined. I mean, it's 15 issues of Hustler in the 90s.
Why don't you just go ahead and join Kennywood? I mean, buy a Black Emmanuel box set.
Well, I'd be allowed to join Kennywood, but I wouldn't be allowed to buy a Black Emmanuel box set. That's the difference. But such is life.
Anyhow, should we move on to Autopsy? Have we chewed Eyeball to death?
We did. Autopsy, a.k.a. Sunspots, in its Italian original name, is a much darker movie. I am a fan, Bill, of these, like, and this is from 75. Both movies came out in 75. I'm a fan of late 70s, premillennial tension, the world is going to end movies. God Told Me To is another one, I think, that fits into this, where they're like, all sorts of things are going wrong. People are like killing themselves. There are murders. Maybe dead people are getting up. Like, what is going on in the world? Only a priest, maybe or maybe not, can save us, and a doctor who specializes in these things. Mimsy Farmer in danger again, uh, not causing the
Well,
danger.
well, this time, yeah, her
Yeah,
conscience is clean. We've already spoiled it, but
yeah,
she is the victim in the
yeah.
movie. That was one of the movie's alternate titles, and I could not find it playing anywhere in the world under the title "The Victim."
Oh man,
It just
yeah,
was
and she's
not
also
there.
the victim in Strange Perfume of the Lady in Black too. She is
Yeah,
a Charlotte Queen.
she
Uh,
sure is.
oh, I love her so much. I like when she has shorter hair though. Her hair's a little too long in this for me. I like the very close cropped, like her look in the movie more. I love that. But this is a good one. Um, the first time I saw this one, I was not prepped for the amount of just literally autopsy stuff in it. It's unafraid to. Armando Crispino was like, I'm not afraid. He also did the Dead or Alive, um, and if you've seen that, the Etruscan Kills Again is the other title of that one.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what was originally in the film because I think this was re-edited for its
It may
American debut. I think they put the gruesome autopsy
they may have,
footage in later.
and yeah, I was just gonna say, I saw someone just mention it. Morricone soundtrack. It's a great soundtrack. So yeah, but this one like starts with like there's all these suicides through Rome. People cutting their wrists, people diving into rivers with bags over their head. Um, you know, husbands machine gunning his kids, and it's this is so stressful for her that she starts to hallucinate that these dead bodies are coming back to life, which is a really intense scene. And then she's also this is what I love. She's both sexually harassed by one of the assistants and dates a race car driver. Only in the world of Giallo can you be the top coroner in all of Rome and date a race car driver. In a world where sunspots are causing people to kill themselves, there's a lot going on in this.
I wonder how some of these people in these movies get their jobs. Usually the police,
Yeah,
but we were already
uh,
talking about that.
yeah, and there's like experiment. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff added. To, a lot of the. Some people think this movie is boring. I do not think it is. I really like it. Ray Lovelock's in it from you know.
Oh yeah, from Don't Open the Window.
When I was going to try and think of a good one to do, Breakfast with the Manchester.
That'd be a good one too.
Yeah, but yeah, Ray Lovelock action. I really I like this one. It's very downbeat. This is not. So I was gonna say is that there's not a lot of fashion in it, but that white dress she has on is very becoming. So, you know what? I'm cool with it. Uh,
You
Autopsy.
love Mimsy Farmer's
Oh my
white
god, I
dress.
love Mimsy Farmer so much. If
Is she
only,
sexy?
oh, 100%, yeah. If only she had a diaphanous white gown on with a candelabra. That's what we're looking for. In
Well,
this.
Autopsy isn't that kind of movie.
No,
This is gritty realism. This is
this
not
is,
gothic horror.
no, I know. This is gritty. What's going on? Who's killing these people? And also, it's like very much like she's a strong woman with a career, and the assistant is like, I need to take her down a peg. I vote the assistant. So there's
Oh yeah.
that. There's like her father is dating younger women who are the same age as her, and that's something to deal with. It's got some stuff going on in it, and I like it. So yeah, and there's one horror that goes beyond the living dead. Okay,
It'll take you
it'll take
apart.
you again.
Yeah, this is extremely similar to the ad campaign for Eyeball.
Even the turned typeface, yeah,
Yeah, both distributed by Joseph Brenner. So
yeah,
there we go.
yeah. Playing with
I like
sacrifice.
that these movies are like a brand.
Yeah, he's like, I bought about 10 of these Italian movies. How do I release them all? How do I stagger them out?
These actually came out in the States a lot later. I'm not sure if I
Mhm.
mentioned it on the first. No, we did. We talked about the years, but I mean, these both came out in '75 in Italy, so
Yeah.
these sat on the shelf in America. Nobody wanted to distribute them before that, unless the autopsy was the victim,
Mm.
and maybe there was a U.S. distributor that was going to put it out. I don't know.
Mm.
I hate when I can't solve these mysteries.
One of these days, though, it seems like every once in a while, like we'll find some, you'll find something, or the Secret of Screen 13 will find something. Someone will find something, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's the piece that we were missing. Like it just has to play in one city, or just has to find at one newspaper, and that's exciting.
Chris Poggiali, his invaluable resource, Temple of Schlock,
Oh yeah,
which is still up there. Truly essential blog post that I hope will stay up forever, because his blog was a signpost for me in a lot
yeah,
of different ways.
oh yeah. I agree with Mike. He said this feels like a hot summer in the city. Rome is deserted, practically deserted. And hang around is neurotic as hell and or a murderer. That's what I
Back of
like.
my neck getting dirty and gritty.
Yeah, that's the feel of this movie. It's doomed. Versus the other one is you would think it should be doomed. Chris, agree. The victim, all the colors of the dark plate is the victim too. I know that. So maybe that's like, hey, it's an Italian movie. Let's just call it something like that. Autopsy makes sense for this. It's probably makes more sense than Sunspots. Autopsy is a good title.
Well, don't forget, one of the other Edwidge Jolly was released in the States as The Next Victim.
Oh yeah,
That was The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward.
mm-hmm. I'm looking up to see what other titles this played as.
Autopsy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the American
Corpse.
death metal band Autopsy named their band after this movie.
It's also listed as Corpse in an alternate title, which I'll believe that when I see it. It might have been some obscure VHS release in the 80s when you could do anything and get away with it.
Yeah, you're just like, let's just release it under any name.
Can we talk about poor Joan Collins' Devil Baby?
Oh, God, that baby.
I mean,
There's also, what did you say? Tarot is one of the other alternate titles, too, for this.
Oh, really? I didn't know that one.
Yeah, Corpse and Tarot were the other two, yeah. And The Magician in the UK, which makes no sense whatsoever.
The Magician.
Yeah. And Tension was the title in Spain. I'm translating the Japanese one because I have no idea what it means. I love seeing what stuff played as in under titles in foreign countries, especially when those titles are ridiculously strange. Which I'm sure feels the same thing for the Italians. Right? That's not what that movie's called.
Like Deep Swamp.
Yeah, this is which one was Deep Swamp?
Messiah of Evil.
Oh yeah. So Hono Akeni is what this played in Japan, and that means flame sacrifice, which is a pretty rad title too.
Oh, you shouldn't do that to people.
Oh wow!
Here we go.
Yeah. Wow, Gator and Autopsy. That's
Burt
pretty nice.
Reynolds.
Yeah. Oh,
Say no more.
say no more. That's great.
Look how the ad is laid out for Autopsy with the Joseph Brenner Presents being like perpendicular.
Yeah. He got his name in there.
Don't forget me, I'm Joseph Brenner.
Yeah. I bought all these Italian movies and I will retitle them.
Look at the B feature here.
Ooh. Wow.
Don't
That's
look in
nice.
the basement.
Super nice.
That, of course, would have blown me away. I would have loved Autopsy because it would always be that movie I saw with Don't Look in the Basement.
Yeah. The Jolly Roger. Oh, man. Nice. Oh,
Here's an interesting double at the Zuni Drive-In
yeah.
in Gallup, New Mexico.
Wow. I would never think of pairing this with a Kung Fu movie.
Yeah, but the Zuni did that all the time. A lot
Yeah.
of places did. Like the more grindhousey
Mm-hmm.
venues paired horror and Kung Fu because there was an audience for both. And they were like, well, maybe we can get them to stay around and buy some more concessions.
Yeah. Kung Fu versus karate. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
wanted to know for years.
I apologize if I got some of the terminology wrong.
No, that's what the copy here says. Kung Fu
I
versus
know.
karate, which is the deadliest, the most lethal. This film has the answer. So if you have that question, Hands of Death, alt rated X, is that movie for you, or is that an R that's been totally blurred out?
Oh, who knows?
Yeah, it's a Zuni.
I think it's an R.
Yeah, it's,
I don't think a couple martial arts films were rated X.
yeah. Well, except in the UK because you can't even show nunchucks in the UK.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in the UK because you can't even say ninja.
Look at this
Oh
crazy lineup.
my god!
I'm just speechless when I see
Yeah,
this.
I
This
am.
was Louisville.
Yeah. Also, because like Cry Rape's kind of like a message movie. I mean, it's torn out of today's headlines, right? But like Beyond the Valley of the Dolls is from a totally different universe than any movie, but especially these movies.
Plus,
Also,
Beyond the Valley of the Dolls is really long.
yeah. Also, all 5 of these movies are in color, just so you know, Bill. In case you want.
Well, I'm glad they specified.
Yeah. Also, like I like that the love object has a little object around it, like so we know, little shape.
It looks like a coffin.
Yeah. The oblong box, the oblong love object.
It's just a retitle, and they put hardcore inserts into it.
Imagine, I like that. You know, were there kids that came with their parents? I'd like to believe so, but none of these movies were made for them.
Well, as long as they had footage of a woman in a diaphanous nightgown
Yeah.
shedding her clothing, they could take that out of any Paul Naschy film
Oh, they could.
and just
The love,
splice it in there.
I have not seen the love object. It is a
Yeah, I'm not sure I know what that is either.
Kim Pope is in it. Don Shane directed it. It is about it's got bondage in it. An aspiring actress arrives in New York seeking a break into legitimate theater. Her refusal to compromise her virtue and her integrity as she goes all out. She is then abducted by 3 men and taken to a hunting lodge, where they force her into compromising herself sexually and blackmail her with photos. Nude photos appear throughout New York. When she finally gets an acting role, her genuine talents are noticed, but then will her success be spoiled by the kidnapping? Boy, that feels a little much right there.
What about the nude photos? Did that destroy her career?
It might. It didn't reveal in the IMDb quick thing, but like, yeah, once she finally gets.
Or was she like Madonna?
I was just gonna say she gets into a movie called A Certain Sacrifice, and then people are like, "Hey, wait, we're gonna put these pictures in Playboy." That was a big deal, Billy. Remember what a big deal that was? People were like losing their minds.
They
Their
couldn't
minds.
believe that she had hairy armpits. People were like freaking out.
I remember kids talking in school about it. I can't believe girls can grow hair under their arms. And I was like, yeah, it happens.
Some girls don't even like to shave it.
No, this
deal
happens.
with it.
Yeah, you're going to have to come to grips with a lot of stuff. Anyways, this is if this feels like a non-planned. I know Autopsy and Sacrifice go together, but the other 3 movies are like the film
Certain Sacrifice.
Yeah, the other 3 movies, they're like, we got these other 3 movies, and they're like, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls will bring people in.
I mean, but this goes way off the beaten path.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe not off the beaten path, but it's a crooked kind of path to take to the final.
It's also like none of these movies have any theme.
Yeah.
Outside of like horrible things happen to women, maybe is that the theme of the night, which is not really a night that I want to go see.
Well, those were both Joseph Brenner films at the top, but
that's what. But nothing else ties into it.
I don't think so. He definitely wouldn't have been distributing Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. Like, how did that get on there?
You know, I don't know. And you know what the funny thing is? I always thought Cry Rape was a TV movie.
There is a TV movie called Cry Rape.
Oh, okay. Is this a different one?
I'm pretty sure. This is not, obviously. Yeah, this is not the TV movie.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's some other movie that's titled Cry Rape or has an alternate title.
Yeah, because that's the Elizabeth Montgomery movie. No, that's A Case of Rape. Cry Rape is... yeah, that's weird.
Speaking of eyeball violence, here's a mention of The Doomed itself.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Tar.
Yes, psychedelic Mexican horror, Dr.
Yeah.
Tars.
Beast in the Cellar. Blood on Satan's Claw, a movie that whole box sets were put around
I
together.
know.
Yeah. Blood of Dracula's Castle, Love. And what's the last one? Nightmare. Is that Nightmare Inn or what is
Nightmare in Wax.
Nightmare in Wax? Oh, man. These are 7. I would say these are 7 terrific thrillers, wouldn't you?
7, though. I mean, this is
Yeah.
astonishing.
Yeah. It must get dark really early. Do you know what I
Couldn't,
mean?
yeah,
This
couldn't
had to
you?
be in the winter? I don't
Well,
know.
it would have to be. I
Yeah.
mean, but the sun does come up eventually. I mean, unless they
Yeah.
don't run anything in between the movies and you have no time to go to the bathroom or to the snack bar.
Yeah. Wow. This is a good night. I'd love to see Mansion of the Doomed at the drive-in. And
I know.
anybody that picks movies for a drive-in thing that might be watching the show, any of these 4 right here, the goriest show in town, I would love to see any of these ones.
Yeah, these were all from 78, by the way.
Oh, wow.
All of these
Blazing
movies.
Color, Dr. Tar's Horror Dungeon, directed by the cinematographer Valtopo. In case you're like, is it weird? Yeah, that's your clue right there.
It is.
It's real fucking weird. Yeah. Blood of
Based
Dracula,
on an Edgar Allan Poe story.
sort of, sure.
Okay.
Loosely based. Do you like Blood of Dracula's Castle, Bill? That feels like a movie.
Yeah, we did that on the show. We did
Yeah.
Blood and Nightmare on the show.
Yeah, I like Nightmare in Wax a lot.
I like both of those movies. Nightmare in Wax is better than Blood
Yeah.
of Dracula's Castle,
Yeah.
clearly. But Blood of Dracula's Castle is insanely deranged with all those weird characters, like the serial killer guy that turns into a werewolf at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
Am I misremembering that?
No. There's some weird shit.
This is in L.A., I
Wow.
think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was L. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somewhere where it played with sacrifice.
that Sacrifice played with these, though.
A certain sacrifice.
Yeah, a certain Sacrifice.
Wait, maybe that was 77. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But it's funny because Sacrifice is from 72.
Yeah,
That's how old
it was already old.
Yeah, because Man from Deep River, with what's his name's in it? Ivan Rassimov and Mimi Lai.
Here she comes, the M Plaza.
Oh man!
I love the M Plaza logo.
Oh, that and the starts tonight together is almost too much, right? It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. This is a T-shirt too.
Yeah. Oh.
There's so many T-shirts out there.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So this must have been 78. We just looked at, and this is I don't know. Just enjoy them. This would have to be 1982.
I was going to say 82. Dr. Butcher.
I started at the wrong end.
The MD is for medical deviant. And torso. Oh my god. Do you think Salvador Dali was excited that he was on the poster for Dr. Butcher MD?
Oh, I'm sure he was thrilled.
Yeah.
Our granddaughter was just visiting, and one day she asked me, she said, "Grandpa Bill, when are you going to show me Dr. Butcher?"
Really?
Yes, she did. She must have been looking at the Blu-rays on the shelf, and I said to her, "Never.
Never.
I'm never showing
Never.
you
You're
Dr.
never gonna,
Butcher."
You don't need to see Dr. Butcher. That's the first Severin Blu-ray I bought. Take Carrie to the prom.
Go ahead. Why
Go
not?
ahead. What
She's
is
all right.
Terror from Under the House?
That's another Joan Collins film.
Oh, wow.
That's Revenge,
Yeah.
a.k.a. After Jenny died.
After Jenny dies.
Remember After Elizabeth died?
Yeah.
Well, After Jenny Died was
Oh.
the actual title that movie had. I think in the same region.
Wow.
They had almost the same ad layouts too.
It's amazing to think of Carrie playing with Autopsy, isn't it? Like, I know they're both movies, but they don't feel like they're from the same world.
They are both movies. Yeah.
They are both movies, but they are different. And I love this.
This was Louisville again. There was great stuff in Louisville for Autopsy.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Barry Primus.
Oh, Barry Primus. At the Aztec 3.
I love how they outlined that cigarette.
Yeah, that's classy.
Or is that a thermometer?
I think it's a. I'm gonna hope it's a cigarette.
I have to take your temperature, corpse.
Yeah, anally. Wow. Oh, oh my God.
So add Suspiria to the mix, and now
Oh,
you're talking.
yeah. Wow.
Again, Louisville.
Fucking Louisville. I love this mix. Carrie and Suspiria together. It's like it goes back to my De Palma versus Argento argument that they're the same person. It'd be really interesting to see these movies together.
Maybe somebody would catch on.
They might.
De
I
Palma
know they're
made a
not
few.
the same person. They're very similar people.
He made a few phone, but De Palma made a few phone calls and busted this up real fast.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to be associated with that Argento because I talked to Alfred Hitchcock and he said, frankly, I'm getting worried about that Italian boy, whatever that one quote is. It's on the one alley.
Right.
The Hitchcock never said. He had no idea who Argento was. Like, he did not care.
And why would Hitchcock feel threatened anyway?
Yeah, he's like, I think he's gonna kill me. Like, no, he's not.
Like he had already accomplished so much more.
I know. Like, what else did he have to do? Like, he's like, yeah, like, you know what? Like, this Italian boy can make 3 or 4 great movies and then a bunch of ones that are okay. And you're like, why doesn't he make great ones anymore? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Hitchcock didn't have that, wasn't dealing with that. But who knew back then? Maybe Hitchcock was worried. Frankly, he was worried about that Italian boy.
Who knew?
Who knew? Autopsy and Carrie. Do you think John Travolta was popular at the time? Because
Yeah.
he's placed way above. Oh,
This was obviously after Saturday Night Fever.
yeah.
Oh, there it even says, sorry, Saturday Night Superstar.
I mean, between that and Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yeah, I mean, there was like, Cotter was where we first caught our glimpse of what is the essential Travolta.
It's
And
like
then, Carrie took it into the stratosphere.
it's like Anton LaVey said. He was in the desert with him, making the devil's rain. He said, "I'm just going to do this little ritual for you."
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, and a success ritual.
Okay, back to the 80s. This is actually 1982.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I love this review on this. I've never seen this. That it's shit talking on Friday the 13th and Halloween for a movie that came out at least 4 years before one and like 7 years before the other one. Oh my god, Torso is a movie for all seasons. Oh, Joseph.
There is really nothing in Torso that could equal any of the murders in Friday the 13th.
No.
Is there?
No, but it does have like the feel of Friday the 13th. I think comes from a lot of Torso, like the scenes of him in the swampy thing, like the mask guy in the swamp stuff, like that feels kind of Friday the 13th. But there's nothing that, no, it doesn't make Halloween look like Christmas either.
I think to answer your question, Peter, somebody on the set of The Devil's Reign got him into Scientology.
He was really getting grabbed by everybody. Anton LaVey's like, "May I tell you about the Church of Satan?" And someone else is like, "Are you clear?"
They're very similar.
Yeah,
so
they're very similar. Yeah, a lot of bullshit, a lot of made up.
And
stuff.
you pay money. That's the important thing.
You pay money to be a member. Yeah, somewhere there was like a Mormon guy, and he's like, "Yo, you already saw both those guys? Okay." And he walked out.
You're supposed to pay money to any church, but that was one they took. They asked for a lot of your money.
They eliminated the middleman. They're like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're not good. It's not about God. We need your money. Can you pray into this e-meter and become clear? Please?
Join our Ponzi scheme.
Yeah. How would you like to live on a yacht for the rest of your life? Like our beloved leader.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You might not get there. Results may vary.
Yeah. Some people, if you're popular, we dare you. Oh, God. Sometimes I just think about the Torso trailer, Bill, and I don't think there's anything that I love more than the Torso trailer with the guitar, the bizarre world of the psychosexual mind. It's everything.
You just love that, that.
Oh my God, so good. Where Torso ends, Autopsy begins. Well, technically, they're right. I mean, when one movie ends, the other one does start.
Yeah, okay. That is fair. Yeah,
you did it. Cool. Nothing is my ad be like, hey, do you want to see the only slasher movie with a Morse code scene? Torso's it. Uh, you know.
Oh, I hate that part.
I know that's why I brought it up because I know
Where
you're like,
she's
that
like
is the
fluttering that
dumbest.
mirror.
Yeah, it's the dumbest. Oh my god, Almost Human with these. Fuck yeah.
And eaten alive. Holy shit.
Shit, yeah. Do you love that? Like Almost Human, they're like, we know this is a cop movie, but why don't we sell it like a horror movie? Because it's, you know what I mean? Like it feels like that font is beautiful. It's the Dracula font.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, and uh, also Umberto Lenzi directed Almost Human too. So they're like, he's a horror director. Um,
He did not direct Eaten Alive though.
no, he did not.
Or maybe it was no, it couldn't have been the cannibal Eaten Alive.
No, I think it was the Toby Hooper one.
It
Right?
had to have been,
Yeah.
yeah. Although this was 1980, the year that the
Yeah.
Cannibal Eaten Alive was made, but that never got a release in the States until later,
Yeah,
if at
but
all.
Almost Human is one of the meanest movies ever.
Yeah, it is.
And
It's
like
brutal.
it's brutal. Like there's a kid getting hit by a car. Like
Yeah.
at the end of it is downbeat. Like it's great. Like I love it. It is just a rough movie. I love the picture here. This picture does not happen in the movie.
No,
Yeah.
this is from another ad campaign. Oh, I can't remember what it is. It looks like Peter Lorre.
They've released Almost Human 3 different times under 3 different titles. Joseph Brenner in the U.S.
Yeah, what was the original release?
I have to look it up.
It was some strange title that I never knew.
Yeah,
and I just recently discovered it. And I'm like, oh my God, that's that same movie he put out as Almost Human.
Yeah, it was The Kidnap of Mary Lou.
Yes.
And The Death Dealer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That
Temple
one.
of Schlock's where I learned that one from. Yeah.
I have found ads for The Death Dealer, but I only recently found ads for the Mary Lou title.
Both of the posters took one of the craziest moments in the movie where he the crook in it ties up a bunch of women to a chandelier and keeps spinning it around while he takes target practice at them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is antisocial behavior.
Oh, yes. Oh my God. Has a movie ever had a better tagline than Pieces? Like, and it's got 2 great ones, right? Like,
yeah.
Both of these taglines are literally the best taglines ever, and they're both. God, Jesus! I mean, look at this ad. All you need is you have a chainsaw, the name Pieces, and these 2 taglines. I mean, you're ready to go, right?
A very
and then
phallic symbol chainsaw.
Do you think Torso was like, I used to date Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and now?
Oh my God! I never even put that together.
Yeah.
Torso was looking for some strange from Pieces.
It was. And it's like, it's kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but a little cheaper.
Well, they had already split up at this point.
Yeah, but it kind of like wanted a little bit of the stuff that only Texas Chainsaw did for it. And Autopsy was maybe just a little too neurotic for it. And they're like, I guess I'll fuck around with Pieces.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Also, this is Louisville, June 1984.
Could you imagine not knowing? We know all of Pieces now because the internet, we've all seen it. But going to these 3 movies and you're like literally front loaded, you get punched in the face by Pieces and you're like, what the hell am I? Yesterday, 4th of July, I wore my Pieces bastard shirt because it's red, white, and blue. And
bastard.
Oh my God. There's so many good things in that movie. There's what's his name? Bruce Lee's in it for no reason.
What? Oh, yeah.
Oh, so good.
Got some bad chop suey.
Bad chop suey. Goodbye. My belly hurting. Paul Smith's in it. Like, wow. Yeah. It's got something for every. It has a lady cop who is also a tennis pro that comes to a school to teach tennis. Okay.
That's a great cover.
Oh, it's the best. There's so much in Pieces to get into where you're like, was this serious? And if not, what was going on? But yeah, anyways, I love the Torso, Autopsy, and Pieces. I mean, a whirlwind journey of insanity.
I fall to pieces every time I see this ad.
Oh God! Even the typing pieces I'm looking at now. Oh my God! I love it. It's Pieces is at the union of like it has a very Jalo thought line, right? Where it's like a crazy person is building his perfect woman from pieces. That feels kind of Jalo-y, but then it goes like, but you know what? What if there was so much gore that like it had to be a slash? Like, what
Yeah.
if we saw somebody?
It's for full tilt slasher boogie.
Yeah, it's like Pieces is the movie. When people warned you as a kid, or like parents were like, think of the children, and they thought what slashers was like, but they really weren't. Pieces is the movie they had in mind. They were like, these are the movies we have to keep out of the hands of kids because like people are just going to get chainsawed on camera. Yeah, balls will be destroyed on camera.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah, Pieces.
No, I just don't like it when you talk about that because it hurts.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? Oh.
All right, so let's take a short break and do the drink segment, shall we?
Shall we? Yes.
Dr. Pepper, just what the doctor ordered.
Maybe we should do a fun summer movie, something light, frothy. No, Autopsy, a movie about people killing themselves all over Italy. The dead coming back to life. Mimsy Farmer in trouble again. This drink is Sunspots, which is the original name of this movie. What's in it, you might ask? We got some vodka. Vodka, your choice. I'm going with orange vodka. An ounce of that, an ounce of peach schnapps, an ounce of coconut cream, 2 ounces cranberry juice, 2 ounces orange juice. Pretty simple. You're not even going to shake it up. You're just going to pour these in. There's the alcohol. There's the juice. Look at that layering. And then we're going to top it with this. No jokes, please.
Don't spit it all over the kitchen.
I swallowed it already. Look at it.
You don't have to clean it up now.
I mean,
It's just going to be sticky.
I mean-
Again,
sticky. The stickiest of the icky. Anyway, Mimsy Farmer drink. Not my first nor last drink. Named for Mimsy Farmer movies. Let's give it a solid stir. Let's get that ASMR, that stirring noise. Nice, huh? Hopefully you're wearing headphones. Anyways, sunspots. Pazuzu, please enjoy. Very orange Julius. Like an Italian orange Julius. Giulia de...
orange.
Orange. Giulia de Verde.
Verde is green.
I know. It's lush. Lush green fields of orange Julius. Anyway, Autopsy. There's dead dong in it. There's kids getting killed. It's everything. Enjoy it, Pazuzu. Enjoy this drink. This drink's wonderful.
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
I thought I put the Pazuzu face at the end of this one, but I guess I didn't. I love that you in this drink you did your spiel about the coconut, and then this time you didn't stick your finger in the drink.
No, I didn't. I should have.
I loved when you did that. I just saw on Bar Rescue. I think today I watched it, but there was an episode where somebody behind the bar stuck their finger in it. And he was like, "Oh my God." And he went running in there like freaking out. He's like, "You put your finger in the drink."
I would never do that for a drink that I'm making for someone, unless I'm making it for myself. Yes, so I agree with that.
Well, the ones you serve come out of those little bottles, so I don't know what happened to them before that.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm not complaining or anything.
No, I don't put my fingers in them. I'm eating these moonshine mandarin oranges, though. Wonderful.
I'm teetotaling this time because I had boozy on the first segment, and I'm going to wait till the third segment to have more.
That's probably what I'm going to do, too, yeah. Yeah. So, what else can we say of Autopsy? It's a weird one. I think this one is a little more dream logic-y than Eyeball. It's really about, like, mental breakdowns and is the sun affecting people? Maybe not. But yeah, it has that kind of like end of the world kind of, we don't know what's happening next, cosmic horror weirdness in it. That's kind of one of the things I really like about it, as well as Mimsy Farmer being in it. That's obviously my main reason.
You love Mimsy Farmer.
I do.
And Mimsy Farmer this is another dynamic performance by her.
Mm-hmm. Not as good as her absolute freak out before she gets her head ruined.
No.
But this is pretty good too.
She's kind of like the Tamara Tooney of this morgue.
Yeah. This morgue has some problems. The dead are just getting up occasionally.
That's my problem with Autopsy. That is my whole problem with Autopsy right there.
Yeah.
Is there's crazy shit in it, but spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with reality, and we're just supposed to believe that she hallucinated these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why. Because of the sunspots, I guess.
Yeah. Like maybe unlike everybody else that's killing themselves, it just makes her a little nutty. But she can handle it.
Well, they probably, self-harmed when they were hallucinating, but she did not.
No.
So
exactly.
she was lucky in that regard.
Yeah.
That's how David Lockery died.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was doing angel dust. He was smoking angel dust, and he fell on something made out of glass, and it cut him, and he just bled to death because he was so out of it he didn't even know he got cut.
Oh, I watched Mondo Trash Show this week, which I'd never seen and loved, and Multiple Maniacs, which I hadn't seen either, believe it or not, and I loved it.
I like Multiple Maniacs better than Mondo Trash Show.
They're very similar, though. They have a lot of the same. They have like some of the same feel to them, but obviously Multiple Maniacs is much better made.
And
You
that's
can
not saying it's fantastic, but
no, but you can definitely see that like Pink Flamingos puts it all together. Like it was like, oh, these are the right pieces. Now I figured it out.
still though, it is a little more primitive, but we're still watching it and talking about it today.
Oh yeah,
And it's not like people don't want to see it, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. But I liked it. There's a couple lines in it that like outright made me laugh. Like so, yeah,
I wish we could be together and commit acts.
yeah. So good.
The Lobstora scene though is
Oh
just, that's the moment of truth.
yeah, it is very much like what? How are these things happening? What's happening? It almost like by the end, like Divine becomes a kaiju. Like she's like fighting the entire city of Baltimore. Do you know what I mean? Like
Giant lobster.
yeah, and like she like I think she's like, well, I've been assaulted before, but not like this.
It was a new one for her.
Yeah,
Well, you never know. I mean, I guess she's supposed to be the same character in Pink Flamingos, maybe,
really?
or a similar
Wow.
character. Well, she's kind of similar.
Yeah,
Um,
she's survived death from the police and multiple maniacs to like rise back, and
been down that road before when she did Pink Flamingos.
yeah, exactly. Hmm. But
I should say, because
yeah,
Divine didn't identify as female.
mm,
He just wore those costumes for his job
yeah,
and personal appearances. And he didn't have any problem wearing the costumes.
no. Uh, yeah, it was fun to watch those. I had to watch. I'm doing a challenge where each week throughout the summer it's different comedies based around a central theme. And last week's theme was all movies where people puke. So
Oh,
John Waters' movies totally fit. Next week is all teen comedies, which is easy.
I think
then-
he said he never showed someone actually puking. And
Yeah.
it still haunts him to this day. Nobody could puke for him on camera.
Oh man,
It all had to be faked.
I watched Red Rocket, which I hadn't seen. Same director as Anora, and there's a really rough puke scene in that. But I really like that movie. I like it, just like all of his movies. Like the first 20 minutes, I'm like, I don't like this movie, and then by the end, I'm like super emotional how much I liked it. So it really.
What about Udo Kier's puke scene in Blood for Dracula?
Oh, I should have done that. It had to be comedies, but I guess you consider Blood for Dracula a comedy.
It's a satire, black
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah, Team America: World Police was definitely a puke one because there's that super long, like 4 minute long puke scene in it where the puppet just keeps puking, and it has one of my favorite lines because a voice off camera yells, "You threw away your life," while he's puking, and it just makes me laugh every time because it's so dumb. Yeah, Meaning of Life was another one. Frank, I picked that. That was another one. So yeah, now I'm watching teen comedies for next week. Loverboy is one. I watched that on HBO a bunch. So I'll be hitting those, and then CBS late movies all month. So a lot of different ones there.
Next week on the Drive-In Asylum double feature, yes, we're going to be doing a show every Saturday this month.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we are. We really didn't talk about the last one, but I just assumed.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you have to go away one day this month or one weekend?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we'll talk
Yeah.
about it later. Listen to
Yeah.
us make plans live on the
Yeah.
air. This is the only time I get to talk to you face to face, so I
I know.
have to get it in. No, I'm not complaining. It's just
Yeah. But next
not
week we
guilty.
have a wonderful guest who's
yes.
going to probably try to kill us.
Well, if he mails us anything
Yeah.
to take while we're on the show, I'm not taking it.
No.
Just
don't.
so you know, AC Nicholas.
Yeah. If he sends you an envelope, don't open it because it could either have acid or anthrax or both.
Put this powder in your drink, but
Yeah.
only when we're live on the
Yeah.
air.
Wait until 10 minutes before we go in the air to lick this stamp. Okay. It's a blue.
never
It's a
lick a
blue
stamp.
star. It's a blue star, or Mickey Mouse, or
I am
Disney.
not Janet Leigh. I'm not going to lick the stamps.
Yeah, a Disney character. That's what they always would warn you. Like it might be a Disney character. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then we'll just be out of our minds, like hallucinating during the show, and he'll just be laughing at us. He's like Vincent Price in House of $1,000. That's really how I look at him.
Or maybe his freak out in The Tingler.
Oh yeah, he's going to use acid to neutralize fear.
It could happen.
I mean, it could. The fear, the Tingler is torn from the headlines based
Here's how
on
not to be afraid. Take acid.
take
You
acid,
know?
and then if you scream at the thing that comes out of your spine. Oh, he's going to send us. Chris said he might send us ricin. I mean, he could. Who knows what? Any packages you get, just don't open them from him this week. Have somebody else open them for you. Yeah, it is the most BS science. I think if fear comes from your spine, you can take a picture of the last thing people see before they die. This is what bullshit science is.
Right.
Yeah.
And an eyeball can contain images of everything. If they pull blood out of your eyeball,
Yeah.
or maybe that only applies to aliens. Sorry.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
an unfair comparison.
Or if you look with a microscope into the eye of a caveman, you can see dinosaurs.
That's what I was saying, because they
Yeah.
pulled blood out of it and they
Oh,
put
is he
it
an
on the-
alien or is he just a demon? What is he?
Well, yeah, it was the aliens' intelligence that had entered this missing link body, and that was why the memories were in the ape's eye.
Mm.
Like, theoretically, if you did it to anybody's eye, I guess, that got possessed by the alien, you would see it. Or no, anybody that the alien entered. Sorry, the alien has to be inside you.
Next week's movies are not Auto Premature, nor
No.
Flower of Flesh and Blood. They are both Spanish horror movies next week. How about that?
That's right. And you're going to love it.
Yeah.
Do we want to say it now, because they're not the trailers that I put on the third segment? 'Cause I didn't...
Let's save it for a third segment.
Okay, all right.
Because that's
we'll
always
tell you.
good. I think you might not see these next two coming. I'm excited. I just watched the Severin S rating documentary about Spanish horror, and was kind of inspired to put one of these in. A lot of the movies I wanted to show, though, like Satan's Blood, is not streaming, so like I wanted to show that. That movie's crazy. Have you ever seen that one, Bill?
No.
Oh my god, it has one of the dumbest scenes ever in a movie, which that's saying a lot. But this couple comes to a house, meets another couple there. It's haunted. Obviously, shit's weird. They've both all been tried to be killed several times. And then instead of leaving, they all go downstairs and have an orgy on a pentagram carpet. And then more bad stuff happens. Are you surprised?
Like, that's not what you would do?
And then while they're having this orgy, a
Judging.
doll comes out just like Deep Red. And it's like, fuck yeah, this movie's great. I love it.
See?
I love it. Yeah, I
It's
totally
right up your
would.
alley.
It would. If I saw a pentagram shag in a house, I bet we should probably see if that couple wants to come hang out.
Autopsy. We
Yes.
need to get to it.
Let's get to it.
The link is on the Groovy Doom Facebook page. It's
Yes.
also on YouTube. So just go to YouTube and enter Autopsy 1975. Or you could search for it on Tubi. It's on there too. Depending on where you will get the most commercials, that's where I recommend that you go.
Yeah.
Not the place you have the most
Pretend you're
commercials.
watching the CBS late movie and just get a lot of commercials.
Yeah. I don't know. Get up and go to the bathroom. Hold on.